Welcome to the Collectibles Matrix. My name is Toby, and today we're going to be having a look at Middle-earth CCG, and specifically we're going to be unboxing one of these starter decks. Now these have 76 cards in plus the rulebook. They're quite chunky as a box goes. Compared to many of the starter decks that I have looked at for CCGs, this is probably the thickest one I've seen. So it's a very generous product. Let's read the back. The collectible card game, based on The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. Middle-earth, The Wizards, which is the title of this set, the first set they released, lets you step into J.R.R. Tolkien's marvellous world. If you love adventure, drama, fantasy, fairy tales, or just exploring uncharted mysteries, you'll savour this game. Now with only a pack of cards you can play in Middle-earth, meeting the challenges and share the joys and terrors experienced by Strider, Gimli, Legolas and Frodo. This simple, elegant and intriguing card game is designed for 1 to 5 players who design their own unique decks. You play one of 5 Istati sent by the Valar to right the balance of things in Middle-earth, the wizards basically, by assisting in the battle against Sauron, the evil one. Your wizard influences characters who form companies and fellowships and journey afar. They struggle with a host of hazards and dangers of death or corruption to gather resources including allies, factions, artifacts and lore. Thus, the wizards compete in the crusade against the Lord of the Rings. Middle-earth, The Wizards contains a simple to use rules book and 76 cards, part of a set of over 450 beautifully illustrated tradable game cards bearing the original full colour artwork. That's your super deck. Now, complete opponents for 1 player, for 1 to 5 players. So one of the intriguing things about this game is it can be played 1 player, and originally you get a map as well, and you could chart your journey across the map. The game itself, well, obviously it's an out-of-print collectible card game. It was released by Iron Crown Enterprises in late 1995. It was the first CCG based on J.R.R. Tolkien's fictional universe of Middle-earth. And since then, another one has been released. But Iron Crown Entertainments lost the rights in 1999, and so they then had to stop producing the game. So it wasn't for the fact that the game wasn't great or anything, it was more to do with the fact that obviously they didn't have the rights. Another really interesting thing about this game is the cards use original artwork by a range of artists who had worked on images for Middle-earth. So long-time Tolkien illustrators such as John Howe, Ted Naismith and Angus McBride. So there's a lot of quality inside this pack. Okay, let's have a look inside. Now, before I break the seal, I'll find it here. This, let me tell you how much this cost. It's cost me £15 on eBay. Not a huge amount, but there weren't that many of them. The cards themselves can sell for £1 to £15. Individual cards, I guess rarer ones probably go for more. There is quite a following for this game. So let's pull this out and have a look at these cards. Comes off very nicely. Now there's a slight dent on the corner up here. Can you see that? Because this box is quite dark, it's a bit difficult to see the details. You see there's a slight dent there, but otherwise I think it's in pretty good condition. Right, let's have a look inside. Alright, so nicely it is sealed, which is great. You can see here, very intriguing. So we have two decks inside. Both sealed. That seems pretty good to me. It doesn't actually say on the back here why 76 cards. So they've obviously been split in half for a reason. As I say, I haven't played this game, so I'm not up on the rules why that might be the case. Let's break these open. Here we go. Here we go. The tab goes vertically. Pull that off there. Okay. Ooh. First things first. They feel beautiful. Good. I love the surface of the card. Half Trolls of Far Harad. Trolls, 2 strikes. It's got some, just having a look at this first, the layout. So it's got this stone textured border on it. You can see around the edges with a series of numbers and symbols on here that obviously affect the combat. And your creature there, okay. And then a map. So bizarrely, so that was on top like that. This map was in the middle. And I suspect this map has obviously is a replacement maybe for the larger map that I know you can get and I've seen. So that's Middle Earth. Is that the right way up? I think that's the right way up, yeah. Middle Earth there. Let's put that over there. And have a look at some of these cards more. Same trolls. And we've got the booklet in here as well, which is separating these guys. I don't know whether that's purpose. Oh, that is quite chunky. The usual small text. You get simple to follow. Ah, there's another map there, look. So the map's obviously quite important because that indicates your journey. That's where your journey is. And of course, Lord of the Rings is a journey. And so the game is as well. That looks incredibly complex. It's funny how they say on the back, simple rules. That does not look simple. Okay, let's have a look at some of these images here now. Art. Now, already I much approve the fact that they are isolating the artists in a separate box at the bottom here, which is brilliant. So they're paying homage to the heritage of the art of the Lord of the Rings, which is really nice. So we can put some of these out. Beautiful gold ring, yes, of course. Discard beautiful gold ring when tested. If tested, make a roll or draw a whatever to determine which ring card may be immediately played. The one ring. A dwarven ring, magic ring, lesser ring. So they're looking at the story. So obviously it's a deep dive into the lore of Middle Earth, law of nature, test of law, weariness of the heart, lucky strike, sword of Gondolin. Yes, beautiful, isn't it? These images, watercolors, they're delicate. Often we get so many strong graphical images these days, and they're often drawn on tablets. These are more sensitive. This one, April Lee, Shield of Iron-Bound Ash, Kindling a Spirit, Wargs, some creatures, Lure of the Senses, Risky Blow, Miniver, Glow of Expedience, Ambusher, Despair of the heart. Rescue prisoners. You know that scene, maybe, where the dwarves are all caught up. Abduct her. And there's a colour going on here, isn't there? There's a light brown, a grey, awakened denizens, fellowship, only playable at a haven. Elven cloak, arouse minions, orc patrol. They say, of course, Tolkien invented the word orc. Seems hard to believe, doesn't it? Wolves, fair sight. Lure of nature, another one of those. Ford, giant spiders, goes without saying. Escape, choking shields, Eton Moore's giant, dreams of lore, arouse denizens, Angus McBride. That is a very awesome picture, very quite Games Workshop-y, the way that looks, Warhammer-y. Of course, Warhammer took inspiration from this story. Foul fumes. Okay, so these ones were separated out, but the other side of the booklet. There's no difference, I don't think, between what those are. That's a very stylish. Liz Danforth. The Nazgul are aboard. Some great scenes from the film come to mind, and actually. Right, so those seem to be sort of standard game cards. So we'll shift those to one side. Put those over here. Again, I'll stress the quality of the card is really good. Excellent. Right, and so we've got this one here. Now we're missing the main characters, so they've got to be in here. They have to be. Let's have a look. See if I can find the edge. I hate doing this. Is it going to be there? Sneaky. You just want to get the tab, don't you? As it happens, the bottom is slightly open. So we'll go from there. It's quite difficult to open these ones. Right, so we're kind of expecting Gates of Morning, Ruined Signal Tower, Beregond. Okay, here's a character. Berion. Bjorn. Bard Bowman. The Wind Throne. Watertop. Moria. Isengard. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look at this here. Angus McBride doing the work again. Saruman. We played Alatar. Must be one of the other wizards. Sage Wizard. There. Do we have Rivendell over there? Iron Hill Dwarf Hold. Yes. Some of these images, obviously, the film displays that, doesn't it? Goblin Gate. Bjorn's House. Bjorn's in here. Iron Hill Dwarves. Fine. Rivendell. Sight Path from Lorien. Sight Path from Grey Havens. It's obviously got like it's got some little icons next to that. So some of those are forest. So you obviously have to travel through forest, as you would do, to get to Rivendell. Lorien. Grey Havens. Edhelden. Doors of Night. Aha, here we go. Gimli. Okay, he's got a 6 over here and a 2. 2 in the corner. Don't know what they mean as yet. 5/8. Unique. +2 direct influence against Hill Dwarves faction. +2 prowess against orcs. +1 direct influence against elves and elf factions. There's Gimli. Beorings and Annalena. Okay, so interesting. If we have a look here. So this is a Gimli deck. That's what it must be. If we look at it here. Terrors by Strider, Gimli, Legolas, or Frodo. Okay, so what I think this means is, and you'll correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section down below, that these starter decks come with one character. So Gimli, I think, is the main character, and there are a number of dwarf references here potentially. And Gimli is the person you would play and take him, or Annalena. I guess you could play that character as well. I don't know that character as well, but Gimli we obviously know, and I love that picture by Laurie Dietrich. What a lovely image. So that's all the cards opened. The rule book. It's a shame it doesn't have a cover. I find that quite weird. And then we've got the old forest there. That is the collection. So what are my impressions? Well, I am really impressed. I always love experiencing new cards for the first time. These are, how can I say, they're delicate. The pictures are delicate. They're largely consistent with their style, even if it is a range of different artists. They've tried to keep it consistent. There are some maybe slightly stylistic changes, but they're all pretty similar. They work well together. It's been well edited as a product. I really like that about it. There's a range of different devices going on here. Locations, objects, characters. It looks intriguing. It looks like something that I really want to learn about and play. So I'm pleased at that front. Sometimes you open up CCGs and the cards look a bit naff. These definitely don't do that. In fact, this game won an award, the best card game of 1995. So when it first came out, this game was very well received, and it's exciting that you can play it one player as well. So I am very keen. Guys, let me know what you think down in the comment section, and if you've got any more information, link stuff in for me. I'd be interested to read about it. Also, if you haven't subbed already, it'd be awesome if you could. We are a new channel and we're trying to get subscribers and build a community, which is a very exciting concept for me because I love sharing my collectibles with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.